Welcome and thank you for joining me. This is episode 4, New World's Old Memory, Scotland, the Unanswered Place. We're often taught to think in terms of old worlds and new worlds, as though something ends and something else begins. But memory doesn't work like that. When people crossed the Atlantic, they weren't stepping into the unknown in the way we're often told. They were moving along routes already felt, already imagined. The water was familiar. The rhythm was familiar. Sometimes even before a place is named, it is recognised. There's a place across the ocean that carries Scotland in its name, not as an imagination, not as a longing, but as a remembrance. New Scotland, Nova Scotia. Naming is not just description, it's an act of continuity. To name a place is to acknowledge a relationship between land and memory, between where you are and where you have been. What we call the New World was never empty. Land is never empty. It holds presence, attention, and its own way of remembering. Those who arrived did not arrive without history. They brought songs, ways of working, ways of listening, and sometimes they recognised patterns way before they understood them. Across the Atlantic, familiar shapes reappeared, coastlines that invited approach, forests that required patience, water that shaped daily life. It wasn't sameness, it was resonance, a way of living that knew how to listen to the land. When movement repeats long enough, it doesn't disappear. It settles, it adapts, it finds new forms through which to remember itself. This is how continuity works, not by holding everything still, but by allowing it to remain alive, to breathe. Perhaps the mistake is thinking new means separate. Perhaps what we call a new world is simply an old memory, finding another place to speak. You know, many moons ago, when I first had moved to upstate New York, you know, that was all I said. Like when we drove up into the mountains, up into Bovina, Delhi, Cooperstown, you know, I would look around and I go, it looks like Scotland. It looks like Scotland. And it did, you know, it did. I understood why people settled there. And if you went through any of the local graveyards, on the tombstones it would say native of Scotland, native of Scotland. Yeah, very, very interesting. And this has been episode 4, and Scotland, the Unanswered Place. My name is Caroline Bell Tumblety, and thank you so much for joining me, for watching, for listening. Big thank you to anyone who has subscribed. I really do appreciate it. And I will be probably about a week I'll put up the next video. And take care.